All right, what do you got?
Hi. So, can I get a hot dog with ketchup, please?
Yeah. I thought you said ketchup for a minute there.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I did.
Ketchup.
Yeah, ketchup.
Get the hell out of here now!
I'm sorry.
It's just Chicago for crying out loud. Ketchup on a hot dog. What do you got? Oh, it's Mike Jefferson. May I please help you?
What are you doing here?
Well, you know, gigs are slow sometimes, and I've been doing this. You know.
Oh, man. Well, all right. Whatever. It's kind of odd, but hey, Tom Mueller, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
So can I get an order of cheese sticks, order of onion rings, order of mozzarella sticks, and an order of fries?
I see you're watching your cholesterol.
I'm watching it go up.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. All right.
That will be about 2 hours.
Great. I'm going to go inside and wait.
Okay.
All right.
Another new employee. For Christ's sake. Yeah, I'm making this Polish sausage for Eric Schneider. It's been marinated in Malort. The onions have been marinated in Malort as well. Gotta have the sport peppers, otherwise being kind of a sissy. All right, I think Eric's ready for this.
What do you want?
What are you doing here?
I came here, they sent me down here. I got a guy working in the kitchen, the piano player, Mueller, Tom Mueller, you know him?
Yeah, I just saw him. Yeah, I just made a food order.
I got a complaint on him, so they sent me down here to kind of, work it out here, man. I might have to let him go.
You might let him go? He said his gigs are tight back there, so he's working on...
He'll have to find another day gig, man, he's not going to have to be on our dime over here, okay?
No, well, he wasn't working very fast, I can tell you that.
Well, that's what I heard, so that's why I'm here.
Maybe I'll go up in the back and wait?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, cool. Hey everybody, it's Mike Jeffers, and welcome to Talking Jazz with Mike Jeffers. I am here with Nick Schneider. Nick.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
Oh, hi. Oh, yeah, we're on, huh? Okay.
Yeah, you all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, well, just take a little nap.
Well, you were working that day job down by the counter.
Well, it's part of the reasons why we got to, get this place moving, man. We got to get rid of that piano player
in the kitchen.
And I understand that you had Eric Schneider here eating free.
What are you eating?
I have a Polish sausage, Maxwell Street style, from Johnny O's, 35th and Morgan, baby, and it's outstanding.
Have you ever been here before?
I have not.
Are you going to come back?
Damn right.
Well, that wasn't my fault. You can blame somebody else for that.
He owes for the Polish sausage. Get it? Come on.
Well, you got to be here more often. Then you're probably playing gigs.
I've still got a couple gigs left. A few giglets. More
a few giglets.
Yeah, a giglet is in between a regular adult-paying job and a lowly jazz gig, but it's in between, price range.
All right. And then you work down at the front counter, and everything's
I work
cool?
down at the front counter. I'm trying to shape this place up like you brought me in to help out, to shape it up, and I'm trying to do it.
Well, I don't own the place, but I'm up here waiting for my food for like 2 hours with the guy down there.
Mike, everybody outsources now, man. You know that.
Yeah, you're right.
That's why they brought me in. I'm from the north side.
Yeah, I brought you down to the south side. Yeah. Well, since you're here, Nick, and since I woke you up from your nap and you're on a little breather, why don't we do a little interview here for
sure.
one of my episodes of Talking Jazz with Mike Jeffers.
Yeah.
I changed the name from Chicago Jazz This Week to Talking Jazz with Mike Jeffers because I wanted to do more of these, and when I was just doing it once a week, it was like I couldn't do two, I couldn't do three.
Yeah.
So you're one of the first
Okay.
of the new format.
All right. Well,
I can tell you're excited.
I'm bowled over, man, and I've never been here to Johnny O's before, man. What a great place, man. A lot of socks, excuse me, memorabilia around here.
Whoa.
All over the walls, and brings me way back to High Park when I first started playing. Sharon Malaler's got a picture in there in the other room. I just took a picture.
Right,
of
yeah,
it.
White Sox.
Those guys, all those Sox players
The
used to hang
59,
out.
right? 59
That's
White
right.
Sox?
Yeah. This was like maybe 58. I was like maybe in high school working at the Aerodrome Lounge in High Park, and Sharon Malaler used to be in there every time they were in town, every night.
Really?
Yeah.
He'd hang out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He'd hang out.
Yeah, hang
So
out.
you grew up on the south side, right?
I'm from the southeast side, Burnside, you know, around 9000, 9100, around Cottage Grove, between Cottage Grove and South Park, which is MLK now, Martin Luther King
Okay,
Drive,
yeah.
and Stony Island.
Okay.
So we were in that area. Noisiest neighborhood in the world I grew up
Except from all the mills and stuff or whatever?
We had a coal yard in front of our house, a junkyard behind that, a paper mill, and then we had a railroad turnaround, Illinois Central, the Nickel Plate Railroad, yada da da da. Oh, just to add one little thing, we had a thing called 87th Street Speedway.
87th Street
Used to rent
Speedway.
stock cars there, you know.
Like on...
Right in there.
There was a speedway in there?
Yeah, it was a quarter-mile track, you know,
Wow.
or oval, you know,
Yeah.
dirt track. Yeah, so you'd hear cars racing, people getting their cars smashed, trains going all the time, 24/7. I'm not nervous.
Started playing bass and stuff. Now, there's one story I remember you telling me. Didn't you have a bass like with the back that opened up and people used to put money in it?
Well, I started playing with some gypsies on the south side, you know, and I bought a bass. I didn't really know how to play it. I was playing piano and drums then. And my mother is Hungarian. She said, yeah, my son's got a bass, and a guy hires me. I didn't even know I was playing. So we're doing funerals at people's homes. They don't have that anymore.
Okay.
It's against sanitation, you know. You don't have people laid out in living rooms now,
Right,
you know.
right.
So we went around and did that, and I think I came home with a little over $300. We did 3 funerals. And I said, my mother said, did you make any money? And I said, yeah, here, Ma, look. And I had a little pay packet. She said, wow, that's pretty good, you know. Your father's working in the steel mills. He didn't make that even with overtime. He only made $125 a week.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, well, I made $300. That's what I want to do. I want to be a musician.
But you didn't even know how to play bass.
Well,
You
the guy just told
plunking?
me to play with a bow on the D string because everything was in D minor.
Ah, okay. All right.
You know, and the guy told like he would play near the coffin and people would be crying, and he'd say, "Listen, I'm going to make the violin cry." So you pretend that you're sad and cry. Play D minor. Play just a D minor scale up and down, and that'll be enough for the gig. You know, it's okay. So that's what I did. That's how I started.
So what's the deal with the back of the bass?
Oh yeah, well they kept putting money, you know, the tips into the F holes in the bass. So I wondered, geez, this is getting pretty heavy after the second funeral, and I'm wondering how he's going to get that money out of there, you know?
Yeah.
And in the third funeral, the lady had silver dollars, real big silver, and the guy told her, no. He says, don't put the coin, only paper goes in there.
Mm-hmm.
So we finally went back to a tavern on the south side, about 115th out there in Front Street, and put the bass on a pool table, and the leader had the key for a trapdoor in the back of the bass.
Oh.
And that's how we got the money out. We'd eat fried chicken or whatever they had, or whatever they stole from the people's homes.
This hasn't really changed that much to 2018, really.
No.
It's kind of the same deal I'm hearing.
It's the same thing, man. You know, that was my bass cliff hat. I don't need that anymore. You know, it's like, what do you do? A guy asked us, you know, the other day, and I was in the elevator. I said, well, I pull strings. Yeah, get it. Boom, bunny.
Hey.
Anyway, I'm a bass player working for B-flat scale in the twilight of a mediocre career. I got that from Ricky Frigo a long time ago.
Working a lot, you're doing all that stuff. You used to play on Rush Street a lot.
Yeah.
You used to have a steady gig also. Where was it? At the Palmer House, or what was that steady that you
We
had?
did Palmer House for a while, some shows and things like that. Ben Arden was the contractor leader then.
What place did you guys actually have like a hotel room at?
That was at the Ritz-Carlton when I first opened.
Okay. All right.
Great gig. Since then, we have not had a room in a hotel. You can attest to that.
I know.
Because when we worked at the Peninsula, we never got a room.
We weren't even allowed to.
The only
other
person
floors.
that got a room was you know who. That was Eric Schneider.
Yes.
Yeah, he's the only person.
He's
that got
a very important guy.
Well, of course, that's what I heard. Yeah.
You know. So you guys actually had a room.
Yeah.
At the Ritz.
Right.
Who was in the trio and how often
Well,
did
it's
you guys
right there
play?
with Danny Long. We did almost 6 years, and then when he left to go to Phoenix, I took over for 2.5, 3 more years.
How many?
5 nights a week.
Wow.
Pay was good. We had the room, so we could stay overnight and then do a recording session over at Universal at 9 o'clock in the morning and just walk over there. You know.
Yeah.
So it was a great.
What were the
little
years?
thing. That was 70.
It was in the 70s.
75 to about 81.
Who was in the trio? Wasn't Rusty in the trio? Or
Eventually, Rusty, Danny Long fired Ricky Frigo 3 different times. It was one at a time. And Rusty Jones joined our trio then, yeah. And he was there for, the rest of the run that Danny was there. And he stayed with me. Then,
Okay.
after Danny left.
Didn't having a room up there, wasn't there like, what did you tell me? There was like somebody's making long distance phone calls one time or something?
Yeah, guys used to come up and say, wow, this is great, Nick. Can I use the phone? I said, well, listen, every time you pick that phone up, there's a service charge. Don't forget this before cell phones.
Right.
So service charge could be, it was $5 a minute. That's just to get out. Now you're going to dial it. You're going to put the operator and tell her you want a long distance call to California or something like that. I come in at the end of the week and it said, "Excuse me, Nick. There's somebody at the front desk would like to see you. You got a telephone bill for $1,800."
You went on tour. What was your first tour? Was it with Buddy Rich, or what was like your first?
I did a whole bunch of different what they call territorial bands. At that time. Geez, I'm trying to think. By the way, just last week I just got done playing with the Harry James Band.
Okay.
For the APOL. And I had played with that band probably 30 years ago, one night or something. I just did one night.
Yeah.
And then we did Tommy Dorsey Band. I was on that thing for a while. Maybe a couple of weeks. You know.
But you were on tour with Buddy, right?
Yeah,
for like 2 years or something.
Yeah,
right?
well, off and on, yeah. And
how was
that?
that?
Good. That was good. I learned a lot about found out that he's really a great drummer. Mm-hmm. If you like drums. You know what? Somebody told me that you played drums.
That's the rumor. Doesn't happen very often anymore, but yes.
Actually, Mike and I, we worked several hundred gigs together.
Yeah, lots.
Over the years, lots of gigs.
There's actually videos of us actually playing.
Yeah. And you were at the Peninsula.
I was at the Peninsula for a long time with your son.
That's right. Yeah.
With your son, 4 years.
And we were up on a balcony playing. Up there playing for Sunday brunch.
Right. You and Danny.
Danny McIntyre and Eric Schneider. We were there for quite some time. I think 5 years, and then that trio got slashed down to a duo. And Eric asked me. He said, "Well, who's going to leave?" I said, "Well, it's not going to be me." We did long parties up there, and you were on some of those things.
Oh, yeah.
For the holidays like Thanksgiving and
all
stuff.
the celebrities used to come through.
8-hour gigs,
Yeah.
Those are good, Not,
oh yeah.
So.
Well, and that's one of the things. I mean, with the way the jazz scene is now, with the hotels and all that stuff, that's really where the gigs are. I mean, the steadies are at the hotels. I mean, the Peninsula's got jazz music back. Stephanie's back over there.
That's
Stephanie
right.
Browning.
Stephanie's
we used to play
Friday and Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys were downstairs. Yeah.
She's doing great and all that stuff.
I heard. Yeah.
I remember there was a lot of different things that would go on. You would never know it if you were sitting in the audience.
Yeah.
But the guys in the band would know what's going on.
Well,
There's always little things, man.
Well, I like the time that we're up on that crow's nest up there and we're playing either a Thanksgiving or a party, or a day like that, a holiday day.
Yeah.
And I look down and there's a dog, a poodle, with a gold plate, drinking, eating food and water, the dog down there, and I go, hey, look at that. And Eric would look down and go, hey, look at that. How about that over there? You know, somebody's breastfeeding a baby. Whatever. Yeah, we could, you know, it's sitting up there, you could see the whole room.
Oh, yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was
Well, I remember Daron, and you used to play with Frank Daron, but when we were down there, Daron told Liza Minnelli that we were down in the lobby and she should come down.
Yeah.
And I turned around and I was playing, and I turned around and Liza and her dog were sitting right next to me.
That's right.
And she's like, Frank told me to come down,
Yeah,
you know, and oh my God, you know, it was crazy.
She threw one time over at the Hamilton, or whatever the hotel is named now. Frank was on tour with her, and they just got back from Europe and Australia, whatever.
He was good friends with her, right?
Yeah. And he was good friends with her conductor, Billy Bonia, the drummer, who was Liza's mother, you know, conductor.
Oh, okay,
for her.
Judy's. Yeah.
Judy Garland. So they were up there, and she was staying at this hotel. We were doing a Sunday morning brunch. We started at 10 o'clock, you know. And she would and we went out to dinner the night before, actually all of us. And, you know, we were partying and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So and all I know is that she threw a shoe down from the top floor, and it hit me kind of on my hand. I was playing bass. It hit me on the hand and fell down. I looked, and she says, what are you doing down there? She said, I can't sleep.
She was telling you to stop playing.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, now you spent a lot of time with Daron, right? So did you know Daron before he went to? Well, when did you meet Daron? When he came back from being out with Sinatra or something, or what?
Yeah, we did a lot of things together. We did. I'm going to say when he moved back to Chicago, especially. It was like early 70s, you know. He did, we did a lot of stuff around town, of course, you know. And we did some theater stuff and some bigger venues and things and stuff. But, yeah, well, literally 40 years, you know.
Yeah, wow.
And, you know, Bobby Schiff, the piano player, was with us. And Ricky Frigo, of course. Who else played with us? Chuck Christensen, the drums, you know. I made most of the gigs, but there were other bass players that played with him. Mm-hmm. We did Green Mill. Frank did a single at the Playboy Club, just guitar and singing, for many years. Well,
he was buddies with Hugh, right?
Yeah, Hugh was a good friend of ours, you know. So he was there, and then he would come over and sit in with Danny Long at the Trio over on Rush Street at Alfie's. That was the name of the place.
Okay.
Alfie's, you know.
Yeah.
We were there for about 4 or 5 years. By the way, if you were working on Rush Street, it's the only time ever that we actually had a paid vacation for 2 weeks.
You got a paid vacation? A jazz group had a paid vacation?
A fellow by the name of Henry Norton, our dear old friend, was proprietor of Alfie's, along with some other partners. But we would be able to take off. We would go to Florida, bring the kids who were young then.
Wow.
We'd drive down to Florida and play a gig down there and get paid for 2 weeks, you know? Oh, boy. So that ain't going to happen again.
It's never going to happen again. And then you also teach, right? So you're teaching private lessons. You still are teaching private lessons.
Yeah, still do private lessons.
And
I retired from Oakton College and the other ones, so...
Right.
But I do summer jazz camps, and I've been up at this Shell Lake camp. It'd be 31 years now I'm up there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Shell Lake, Wisconsin.
Yeah, wonderful place. It's the oldest jazz camp, by the way, in the country.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
51 years now.
Well, you've always loved teaching kids. I mean, like students, right? I mean, interested students and everything. And that's actually how we first met, because I came out to your place.
Right.
When Paul Luca was taking lessons with you.
That's right. And he's our lawyer now, right?
Well, yeah, he's got smart. And you told him he could leave, but I could stay because you wanted me to play with the rest of your students, and then basically you just yelled at me for about 6 hours on how horrible my drums sounded.
Yeah, right.
Gave me like a bass drum beater and everything else. I'm like, I didn't know any of this stuff at college because they don't teach you that in college.
I know. Yeah.
So it's a totally different thing when you come out of college and you start playing professionally, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah. The thing is to instill in the younger students along the way is to first of all, I never step on a dream. I didn't step on your dream, did I?
No. You didn't crush me, no.
But anyway, I never want to step on a dream. The kids now have an opportunity to play with some of the professionals that are out teaching. You know, at all around here in our metro area, Chicago, there's some great teachers and great colleges and great things to do. You got Northwestern, you got DePaul, God, you know, right down here, Indiana University, so forth. So I've got a chance to meet all those people. One of your teachers, Joel Spencer, he's at U of I right now, I think. Yeah. So yeah, it's really a great area. So when you get up in northern Wisconsin, you have Minneapolis, St. Paul area. A lot of the students are from there and so forth. But they get a chance to rub elbows with big city type people. Of course, I'm the only one there. Chris White and I are the only people from Chicago.
Okay.
Everybody else is from New York and California and you know, Racine, whatever.
Racine.
Yeah.
New York,
Milwaukee,
LA, Chicago, Racine.
Well, a little Milwaukee in there.
Yeah,
and
hey,
some other town. Minneapolis.
Minneapolis,
yeah. But they're all handpicked teachers for the Shell Lake Jazz Camp.
Yeah.
Wonderful teachers. And they were students at one time there. And now they're faculty.
Right.
You know, so they know the operation. You know.
Well, and if people want to study with you privately at your studio in Chicago, they can definitely do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll link up his email address below, and we've got a website for him on chicagojazz.com with all his contact information and everything.
Yeah, great, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you got to go back and work your third shift down there.
Well,
at the counter.
I've got to clean up some stuff here. We got, like I said, there's been some complaints on Mr. Mueller, and we don't want Eric Schneider hanging around here eating for nothing. So I've got to go check the books and stuff like that and get back with the people out here that asked me to come in and clean the place up a little bit.
You're the fixer.
I mean? Yeah, the fixer.
The fixer's
I'm
here.
the fixer.
All right, so I will see you probably very shortly. But, of course, thanks for watching. And if I don't see you somewhere soon, hopefully I will see you somewhere out on the scene.
Bye.